I will be engaging in a serious and honest conversation with my community prior to the resumption of the legislature this fall about whether I can continue to serve this community as their MLA, and whether I can continue to advance the twinning of Highway 63 and other road improvements, the release of Crown land to build new neighborhoods, flood relief, and more in my current role. This community, which provides 30% of provincial revenues, still needs attention from the province to ensure responsible oil sands development that benefits all Albertans without compromising the quality of life of residents in this community. I will continue to work to advance that cause in whatever way I can in the future. In the end, my ability to do so as an MLA will be determined between me and those who elected me to office. As always, my office will remain open so that my constituents continue to bring their concerns and issues, and I will put forward my best effort in helping them. I know I have truly hurt and disappointed everyone, especially those who elected and put me here. And to all of them again, I say I'm sorry. I can only continue to hope that they have it in their hearts to forgive me. Thank you, and I'll take a few questions.
So just confirm, the legislature resumes sitting on October 28th, so by then you'll have a decision about the political future.
I will. I don't know how long this process will take, but I'm going to take the time to get it right, and the future will be determined by the response I get from the community.
When will you begin regular office hours and meeting with constituents?
Office hours began again today. My assistant Shirley is here. She works for the legislature, and she is here to help constituents with any issues regarding the Alberta government.
What are some of the comments? How do you feel about some of the comments that have already come forward to you about all of the past week events?
I've received literally hundreds of text messages and emails and Facebook posts from friends and supporters that have told me to keep my chin up and not give up, and I'm simply humbled by that. I've also seen, I haven't received too many directly, but I've seen a lot of the opposite, and really my concern is not with the calls of the opposition. My concern is not with the calls of people that are from external sources. My concern is to deal with my constituents and the people who I represent that I'm accountable to.
How will you take in what the constituents say about what you should do in the future? How are you going to take that into account for how your actions play out further, what you do further in this?
Well, there's some, in a way it's strategic. It's a matter of determining whether or not that I can be effective and still represent the community as an independent MLA in the legislature. I do know that whichever way it goes, I will be, whether I'm sitting in the legislature as an independent or not, this is the community I love, and I will continue to advance the needs in any way I can.
How are you planning on reaching out to the constituents to get feedback from them?
Well, certainly we've seen a lot by social media so far. I have a number of key stakeholders in the community that I've already spoken to. There are others that I still have to reach out to, many of my friends and supporters, and certainly my office will be able to take calls from anyone who would like to meet with me, or anyone who would like to, any way that people want to reach me. We have that available through the office number here at 790-6014, or they can reach me via email at it's Fort McMurray.woodbuffalo at assembly.ab.ca, and I'm just looking for people to hopefully reach out to me, the ones that I'm not able to get in touch with personally.
Now, you and Don Scott ran a very very personal election campaign last year. What has your relationship with Don Scott been like since this happened?
You know, Don is my friend. Don is a very strong advocate for this community as well, and as a member of not only government caucus, but he's also a member of cabinet. He is still able to be an effective voice, and I know that he will continue to advance that. I believe that if I continue as an independent, that Don and I will continue to work well together. We will share whatever needs to be shared. And, but from that perspective, you will always be my friend, and we have been in touch, we have spoken.
And what about your friendship and working relationship with Mayor Blake?
Mayor Blake has been a friend as well, and I don't see that relationship changing.
And in regards to, there was calls for you to resign and possibly run in a by-election, forced by-election, and possibly run then to see what the community's thoughts were in regards to the recent actions and the charges. What led to this decision to go forward and get a different response from them this way?
Well, I think I'm going to get a response one way or the other. A by-election is costly and time-consuming, and it could potentially take up to 6 months for that by-election to be called. I think there's some valuable time that would be lost there, and so in this case, this is my way of not running away from the situation, but to face it and take responsibility.
Do you feel like sitting as an independent MLA might disrupt some of the progress that you made on projects that you were working on, like Highway 63?
Highway 63, first of all, I'll be very clear. That project was committed to by the Premier and the Government Caucus, and has been funded in an alternative fashion. And my understanding is that that will continue. It will continue on schedule, and I thank all of my colleagues in government for that commitment. So I see nothing to change there. I can tell you that the ministries involved and the government officials that are involved do recognize the challenges in Wood Buffalo, and regardless, they will continue to try and advance that. If I see things that need to be advanced, regardless of what my role is, I would certainly be communicating that to Minister Scott, and he would, I know he would try to do his best to advance it as well. Okay, thank you.